Angeles, Baltimore, Chicago, Texas, and just hours ago, Camarillo, California, increased immigration enforcement spanning coast to coast as President Trump continues to push for mass deportations. And here are live aerial footage out of California now, a tense standoff between federal agents and bystanders at a farm facility. This continues to grow. It started more than 2 hours ago due to an apparent immigration enforcement operation. And witnesses say flashbangs apparently were deployed at some point as agents formed a skirmish line. The crowd now not necessarily growing. At one point, though, protesters did arrive. We'll keep you updated as the scene continues to unfold. Now, with the rise of enforcement here on the West Coast, where does Las Vegas fall under the federal microscope?
So we've reported a rise in ICE raids in the Reno area over the past few months, sparking concerns that federal agents will set their sights here in southern Nevada. It's been nearly 3 weeks since a longtime community staple shut its doors out of concerns over ICE raids and immigration enforcement. Vendors at Broad Acres Marketplace in North Las Vegas now left in limbo on when the marketplace will open and if their business can survive without it.
The impact has been severe because we haven't been able to make any profit from sales because it's closed. So we're worried about that because we have to pay a lot of bills, housing, food, and all that stuff.
While vendors say they haven't yet encountered any federal agents, there is still an ICE presence here in the Las Vegas Valley. The UNLV Immigration Clinic says several hundred people in southern Nevada have been detained by ICE. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Dana Wagner in for Jim tonight.
And I'm Marie Mortera. The clinic says the majority of those people have no criminal convictions. News 3's Tiffany Lane joins us live here in studio with more.
Marie and Dana, I spoke with the UNLV Immigration Clinic, and they tell me as of this week, there are 406 people detained by ICE in southern Nevada. They're worried those numbers could actually increase soon with more money given to ICE through President Trump's big, beautiful bill. ICE activity is happening in Las Vegas, activity not as overt as raids that have been seen in other parts of the country.
ICE and other federal agents going to people's houses in the morning, very early morning hours, following people on their way to work, following people on their way to dropping off their children at school.
Alissa Cooley Yonesawa with the UNLV Immigration Clinic says most of the detainees don't have dangerous backgrounds.
About 68% appear to have no criminal convictions. A lower percentage of 38% are listed explicitly by ICE as non-criminal.
Right now, she says 76 are at the Henderson City Jail and 330 are in Pahrump at the Nevada Southern Detention Center.
It's what we are seeing more recently, picking people up as they leave their immigration court hearings. That happened at the end of May in Las Vegas and across the country.
The detentions are raising some fear in the community. I spoke with one man who sells purses in the parking lot of an East Valley swap meet. He's noticed fewer people coming by.
Just imagine, like a family member, the father or the mother, gets deported. It's hard to resist. It hasn't happened to me, but it's happening to a lot of families.
Carlos Castro, who did not want to show his face, says those who do come only come when needed.
People just come here to look for what is necessary. They don't come here for recreation or to see what there is.
Castro doesn't believe those being targeted by ICE are criminals.
It's a lie. For example, in Home Depot, there isn't violent people. There are hardworking people. However, they went to pick everyone up, and there weren't any criminals.
And with more funding geared towards ICE in President Trump's big, beautiful bill, some immigration attorneys believe arrest numbers will rise.
We'll see an increase in more sweeping targeted arrests in more public places once they have the manpower to do that.
So the UNLV Immigration Clinic says it doesn't have official deportation numbers, and that's because some people who are detained in southern Nevada actually end up in other states, and so it's a little harder to track where they end up going. But they do say they have confirmation that some people here in our community have been deported, something we're going to look into. We know there's a lot of interest here in our community with what is going on. For now, back to you.
I know you'll stay on top of it for us. Tiffany, thank you. The ACLU, meanwhile, filed a lawsuit against Metro Police accusing the department of a lack of transparency. According to the petition, the ACLU says the department failed to comply with records requests related to its involvement with immigration enforcement. Metro has applied for agreements allowing officers to serve warrants to undocumented immigrants at the Clark County Detention Center, and a program that would give ICE 48 hours to take those immigrants into federal custody. We reached out to Metro Police, who tell us they do not comment on pending litigation.